Do you have continuity or association plan for your business?
Has anyone shared the concept of sustainability with you?
What about the need to protect the rights of minority shareholders?
What are those ingredients germane to having effective meetings?
For these and many more, tune into Corporate Governance Platform every Thursday on MITV, your darling station, on DSTV 255 and UHF 43 at 4:30 p.m.
Corporate Governance Platform is your best medium for informative and educative strategies for the practice of the corporate governance profession.
Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN, the hub of governance professionals.
Once again, welcome to the Akwa Ibom State Chapter of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria Governance Practitioners Day. It's an event that has been designed by the Institute to celebrate our members who are in public practice. The Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, as you know, is the only body that is authorized to conduct an examination that qualifies and leads to the qualification of persons who aspire to become chartered secretaries and administrators, as well as governance professionals. Today's event is being chaired by no other person than the executive chairman of the Akwa Ibom Investment Corporation, Dr. Elijah Akwa. You're very much welcome, sir. Dr. Akwa, sir, please come to the table. Thank you very much, sir. This topic is the new scope of the opportunities for governance practitioners under the CAMA, that's the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 and the 2021 Companies Regulations. And to do justice to that, it's our own Mr. Tolu, Operational Guest Commission. Mr. Tolu, you're welcome, sir. Please come to the He's our keynote speaker for today. Welcome, sir. Of course, we know that when we have a speaker, we should have people who are going to discuss his paper.
We oversee all chapters of the institute. As sincerely speaking, the chapter is doing so well, and we're proud of what we're doing. Chartered Secretaries and Administrators in the House and online, all governance professionals here present, our distinguished guests, and media partners, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to this year's Governance Practitioner Day of our great institute. Only today, Tuesday, April 26, 2022, and dedicated to our Ibom chapter. Like I mentioned, this is the first time we are bringing a national program to Akwa Ibom, and not just to Akwa Ibom, to actually outside of Lagos, to be able to host a national function. But Akwa Ibom have always proved to us that they have what it takes, and they will took this gamble with them, and I am personally proud of this gamble. And I'm sure that for you to have also seen the Vice President in the House, she has seen for herself some of those that I've said conveniently, for some of those that she has told me. I'm sure you can only keep getting better. If I've given you, even under my leadership, we're having only one national program coming here. Maybe another 10, you have much more than one. The beauty of bringing national program to chapters. It's not just on able to, because it comes with a lot of costs and a lot of challenges. You have to take virtually all of those office holders who are also workers in the different settings outside of their location for an average of 3 days. They must come a day before, they do the program, they leave the following day, and then you don't put the costs on the chapters. You put it on the national. I wish to thank him immensely and his team for considering it important to bring this event to Akwa Ibom State. As I still here, we are seen all over the world at this moment. So we thank you for this privilege to enable us have this visibility. Like he also said, it's a platform to build capacity amongst governance practitioners, both in private and in public administration. And we specifically went for a topic that will form the chronology of corporate operations, and that is the CAMA 2020 and regulations that was made pursuant to that legislation. And you know, everyone that does business knows the importance of this very event. ICSAN, like he had said, champions corporate governance. And when we talk about corporate governance, we talk about accountability, we talk about fairness, we talk about a lot of things that are positive in running any organization that will find itself. To further underscore the importance of this organization, this institute, you will see our members in various departments of both in private sector and governance institutions, company secretaries, chairman of boards, finance managers, every strata in the corporate administration. Today, we are going to discuss the topic, the scope of opportunities for governance professionals under CAMA 2022 and 2021.
Doctor of Science in Public Finance and Corporate Governance from the European American University. The keynote speech. We are all looking forward to that. And to do justice to that today is Mr. Tolukwesho FCIS. He's an assistant director in the office of the
represent command from the act in practice. Now, this is a new law. What started as an amendment. The 1990 Act had 613 provisions. The 2020 Act has 868. So that's introducing about 275 new provisions or 265 new provisions or 75. I don't know the maths or working. Now, what we did initially was to produce an amended CAMA. But looking at it, the document that introduced 275 new provisions that also expanded existing provisions. If you bring it as an amendment, we are welcome. Because the problem with amended legislation is that for a few years, you have to carry both of them side by side when they are talking about. So it was then considered that I don't let us proceed from the stage of amendment. And that vetted CAMA 2020, and it happens to be the largest piece of legislation that has ever come out from the annals of the National Assembly. I'm proud to have administrated with it. So, while this is still very new, I always admit that even the regulators are still trying to understand the gamut of requirements in the building. I'm a regulator, and I can tell you that even as deep as I was involved in it, I cannot say I have 100% PUC. Help your practical capacity there. Then there is provision of issue of shares at the discount. That is no longer allowed. We can go on
to the podium. Before discussing, he is the current chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association in Akwa Ibom State, Mr.
Because you kept on saying, as you are advising your clients, as you are advising your clients, as you are advising your clients, who are the owners of the claims? Are they not lawyers? So thank you. And I also want to thank you for ensuring that this legislation was not, it didn't come out as an amendment. It came out as a new law. Because I can say that as a lawyer, we've had several amendments that we've not set our eyes on the amendments. That only kept within the cover of those whose amendment was meant to benefit. But this one came out not just as an amendment, but a new law to widen the scope of the corporate world and, of course, increase the business of lawyers. So I want to say that the speaker did justice to that topic and the paper, because taking a look at 270 something amendments, that is quite voluminous, but he reduced it to a point that we can understand. And these are the issues that were revolving around the corporate practice. Even lawyers, lawyers are the frontline customers of the Corporate Affairs Commission, respective of the fact that you now open it for even others to now this for you portfolio to adhere to the timeline.
So one of the things we have noticed of recent in the KYC is they keep asking you for residential address, protected information. I mean, I naturally shy away from telling somebody where I live. But now, being seen by the CAC as protected information, we still need to disclose your residential address as a director. Now, as uncomfortable as I was, we have to comply. This is where you also see that we share with other companies our code of conduct. People are putting it on the website now, anti-bribery and corruption policies, all that, so that people can actually work with you. And as a private company, we try to be as, really nimble and fast and flexible and agile as possible.
The Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Labour, Manpower, Planning, Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Anefi of Rising Income, joined us. You're welcome, sir. We're much aware that our time has fast spent. The head of service, who is also a special guest honor, would like to have a word with us before it takes his name.
The president of ICSAN, the chairman of this occasion, the patron of ICSAN, and the chairman of Ibom Power, other members of the head table there, the chief presenter for today and the discussants, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to be here. I actually came in to render a goodwill message and leave for other delegations. But I have benefited a whole lot from the discussions of today's topic. It prepares my mind as to what I will face or what I will do when I retire from service in a couple of years. For now, there's only struggling with the lawyers who should be this or that. Let the lawyers do their job. When I'm ready, I will meet them. A speech by the head of civil service of Akwa State, the election was said, as the first Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, Akwa State Chapters, Governance Practitioners Day. This is the 26th day of April 2022, here in this hotel. I am extremely delighted to be part of this first Akwa State Governance Practitioners Day of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN, on the theme, the new scope of opportunities for Chartered Secretaries and Administrators under Ghana 2020 and Company Regulation 2021. It is interesting and assuring to know that ICSAN is organizing this forum to provide platform for professionals in governance and other stakeholders to converge, share experiences and thoughts and issues relating to the lines of duty, which will refresh and broaden the knowledge base in the field of governance. Distinguished guests, resource persons, members of the Institute, the theme for this Governance Practitioners Day, as earlier enunciated, is not only apt, but very relevant and illuminating. It draws the practitioners' attention to the emerging opportunities generated by the policy thrust of the present administration, which places high premium on industrialization, agriculture, aviation, and maritime development, as well as investment in other critical and economically viable sectors. It is my firm hope that ideas, recommendations, and governance policy direction reached by the practitioners at the end of this summit, when adopted and implemented, will not only expand the frontiers of knowledge in the field of governance, but will further equip practitioners for enhanced productivity. It will also reposition governance practice in Akwa State and beyond. Let me appreciate you for hosting this meeting, Akwa Governance Practitioners Day, and for inviting me to attend as special guest of honor. Thank you, and do have a very rewarding session, and God bless all of us.
Sorry?
I invite the chairman of Akwa State Chapter of ICSAN, as well as our keynote speaker.
ICSAN is a governance of
Tonight we are going to be sending the president and the chairman of the council.
Do you have continuity or association plan for your business?
Has anyone shared the concept of sustainability with you?
What about the need to protect the rights of minority shareholders?
What are those ingredients germane to having effective meetings?
For these and many more, tune into Corporate Governance Platform every Thursday on MITV, your darling station, on DSTV 255 and UHF 43 at 4:30 p.m.
Corporate Governance Platform is your best medium for informative and educative strategies for the practice of the corporate governance profession.
Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN, the hub of governance professionals. Do you have continuity or association plan for your business?
Has anyone shared the concept of sustainability with you?
What about the need to protect the rights of minority shareholders?
What are those ingredients germane to having effective meetings?
For these and many more, tune into Corporate Governance Platform every Thursday on MITV, your darling station, on DSTV 255 and UHF 43 at 4:30 p.m.
Corporate Governance Platform is your best medium for informative and educative strategies for the practice of the corporate governance profession.
Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN, the hub of governance professionals.
Many thanks for joining Corporate Governance Platform, proudly brought to you by the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN, the hub of governance professionals. My name is Tunde Odeyemi. You have just watched a brief video of the ICSAN 2022 Governance Practitioners Day that was held in Uyo, Akwa, Ibom State. And in today's episode, we are going to discuss the essence of the Governance Practitioners Day of ICSAN. And to lead in the discussion is a very distinguished fellow of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, Ms. EFOSA EWERE. Ms. EWERE is a Chartered Secretary and a dispute resolution practitioner. She is a partner with Gravida Attorneys and a law firm in Nigeria which has a bias for dispute resolution. Trained as a lawyer, mediator, and arbitrator, she adopts an innovative approach, engages actively and regularly advises clients on the best dispute resolution mechanism to adopt on legal issues. She is a notary public, a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators, United Kingdom, Nigerian branch, a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria. She has acted as counsel in mediation, proceedings, and ad hoc domestic arbitration in Nigeria. She participates as arbitrator at the William C. Vismuth arbitration held annually in Vienna. EFOSA, you are welcome to Corporate Governance Platform.
Thank you very much, Dr. Adeyemi.
Thank you for finding time to join us on the program.
Thank you.
Yeah, we want to discuss the ICSAN Governance Practitioners Day, the one that was recently held in Uyo in Akwa Ibom State. You were part of the program, isn't it?
Yes, I'm a part of the member of the committee.
You are a member of the committee,
Yes.
so you have the right standing to tell us some of the things that the Governance Practitioners Day stands for. May I start the conversation by asking, what is the essence of ICSAN Governance Practitioners Day?
The essence is basically to create that platform where professionals in the governance space can brainstorm on ideas that relates to governance practice and also share and expand the knowledge of the profession. The day is actually created to, create that forum where professionals can come together and share their ideas, create ideas, impute ideas, discuss on trending topics that would be of great value to the nation, be of nation's importance, and all centered around governance practice, basically.
Okay. Our Governance Practitioners Day was held in Lagos some time ago, I think specifically on April 12th.
Yes.
And we now had another one in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State on the 26th of April.
Very well.
So why should we have another Governance Practitioners Day?
The essence basically was the idea of the Council of ICSAN, the Governing Council of ICSAN, to create that inclusion of various regions.
Okay.
And for ICSAN started with its secretariat in Lagos.
Okay.
And that secretariat has given birth to other chapters.
Okay.
And we would say ICSAN has expanded from Lagos itself to other regions.
Okay.
And you would agree with me that governance practice is not or should not be limited to Lagos alone, being a commercial hub. It should expand beyond Lagos because you have entities, you have institutions that would always need good governance or effective governance in the administration. So if those institutions or entities are not peculiar to Lagos alone, so why only have such an event in Lagos?
Okay.
So the council thought it wise that it was important to expand this discussion beyond Lagos and take it to other regions. So Uyo was actually the next state. Akwa Ibom was actually the next state to benefit from that, and we have other regions that be marked for this event.
Okay, what that is telling us in essence is that in the future, we are going to still have governance practitioners day in some other regions of the country.
Within the year.
Within the year?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Now, let's talk about the topic. What informs the choice of the topic? Let me read out the topic. The new scope of opportunities for charter secretaries under Companies and Allied Matters Act, CAMA 2020, and 2021 Companies Regulations. What informs the choice of this topic?
There are several factors that informed the choice of the topic. First, it was appropriate to discuss this topic, being that the CAMA 2020 just came to life for practitioners.
Okay.
The relevance, the fact that it was a trending discussion, and the need for governance practitioners or professionals to get fully acquainted with the CAMA 2020 and the 2021 regulations. So that actually created this or formed the decision to have this discussion, because it was important to help professionals expand their core competencies with the introduction of the CAMA 2020 and the regulations.
Okay, it's important to help professionals expand their frontiers with
Yes.
CAMA 2020 and the 2021 companies regulations, right?
Yes.
Now, we know of the topic. What then informs the choice of the guest speaker and the other discussants at the program?
ICSAN has a bank of resource personnel
Okay.
that I would call them experts in their fields, and they actually have practical experience in governance practice. So ICSAN thought ICSAN has that leverage with having those resource persons to form a formidable team that would help spread the gospel and give participants that opportunity to learn from their wealth of experience, and not just with that academic wealth of experience, but also the practical aspects of it. So they have a team of both those who are experts from the regulatory angle, who are regulators, and also the regulated.
Okay, can you mention some of the discussants and the guest speaker at the event?
For Uyo, the main speaker was Mr. Tolulope Shonaike.
Okay.
He's actually the assistant director of the Corporate Affairs Commission.
Okay, CSC,
yes,
right?
CSC,
okay.
And we all know that CSC would be referred to as the custodian of CAMA. So who else would better speak on such a topic than Mr. Shonaike?
Tolulope
Shonaike, FCIS.
Okay, I still want you to share a little more information with our viewers on the Akwa Ibom, Governance Practitioners Day, the ICSAN Governance Practitioners Day that was held in Akwa Ibom.
Basically, for that day, it wasn't different from what occurred with the Lagos Governance Practitioner Day, but we had it still went with the essence. We went with the tradition of what ICSAN truly wanted to achieve from that experience. So what the speaker tried to do was enlighten members who attended, because it was actually a hybrid event. Some people attended physically, and we had online.
Okay, some attended online.
Yes,
okay.
So basically tried to throw more light into the introduction, the new areas that have been introduced into CAMA, highlighting the parts where practitioners must pay attention to. We had from the old acts, we had about 600 and something pages, and now you've introduced about 275 pages or thereabout. Then you
additional.
have additional.
Okay.
With the CAMA 2020. And you also have the 2021 regulations, which has expanded that discussion, because the speaker was very emphatic on the fact that instead of having an amendment, because you had professionals from different sectors trying to raise issues that they thought should be addressed. So instead of having an amendment again, they had to pay attention to the regulations, which is the 2021 regulations, to help in expanding the discussion and bring clarity so that professionals would have a smooth sail with the act.
Wonderful, wonderful. At this point, I would like to also extend opportunities to our viewers to be part of the program by asking questions or making comments on this particular discussion. Is it all about ICSAN Governance Practitioners Day, a day that was set aside for governance professionals, governance practitioners to judge, to think and to make the profession better. So if you have any question or comment, kindly send it to 08023231287 via text message, 08023231287. You have the telephone number on the screen of your television set. Please, I'll be very delighted to read out your comments or your questions. Okay, you have told us some of the high points of the Governance Practitioners Day that was held in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. I want to talk to you personally. What benefits, what are the benefits that are accruable to you personally from that event?
If I should go on about the benefits I actually got from the event, we may not leave the studio, but there were a lot.
Okay.
There were a lot with the introduction of things like persons of significant control, which were introduced to CAMA. The issues surrounding
persons of significant control. Okay.
Yes, which was introduced with the 2020 CAMA, which did not exist with the old CAMA. You know, the speaker threw more light on the relevance and the spirit behind introducing that specific provision.
Okay.
Because there was a dire need for the regulators to know those who are behind, who actually have powers behind certain companies, like those who have voting rights. You know, in the past, the practice in the past, you would have companies that you may have directors who are not directors on record, but they would have the superpowers of controlling the company, either having voting rights or either having quite significant control, but not necessarily shareholding rights per se. So the introduction of that is just to expose or bring to light such records. Then with the introduction too of the insolvency regulations, to the insolvency rules, insolvency regulations, that is also there. That was also mentioned. Then other things like the issue of shares,
okay,
that we no longer have the issue of authorized share capital, where you have shares in a company and you leave some shares unallotted. So for now, a directive had also been given to companies who, before the introduction of CAMA 2020, had unallotted shares, to try to meet up with the deadline to ensure that those unallotted shares are allotted. There's a whole lot. There was a whole lot of
benefits. Okay.
A whole lot of discussion going on.
No doubt, this has made you a better practitioner, isn't it?
Certainly.
Okay. I don't know in governance professions. I know in some other professions there are quacks. As this Governance Practitioners Day bring a wide gap between the real professionals and quacks in the profession, I wanted to talk a little bit on that.
Yes, we can't even overemphasize the importance that this has brought. First, yes, we know that the introduction of with the introduction of CAMA, there are provisions that would say, oh, if you want to register your company, even if you are not an accredited agent, but provided you are a director of that company, you can actually register your company yourself. So you find out that sometimes when people try to make that attempt or do that attempt, because that was an area where you had a lot of quacks delving into. But
Okay.
you find that now, for you to be an accredited agent with the CAC, you must have updated your records with CAC.
Okay.
So if you are not filing or incorporating a company as an accredited agent, then you must be incorporating the company as a director of the company. So if you don't fall into either of these categories, then you don't have any business with registration.
Okay,
of
company.
companies.
Okay, there's another aspect of the governance practitioners day which I want us to look into, and that is the unveiling of the ICSAN professionals stamp and seal. Can you tell us the essence of having this stamp and seal?
It still buttresses the points I tried to talk about some minutes ago. Now, as governance practitioners, there are so many people that may hold themselves up as charter secretaries. There are so many people that may hold themselves out as governance practitioners or governance professionals. So the introduction of this seal is actually to separate the sheep from the wolves. So when you have when you have documentations that is of utmost importance for a governance practitioner or a charter secretary to impress their signature on, then it would go with your seal. Things like your board evaluation, your minutes of meetings, any document at all that needs to identify you as a charter secretary would be accompanied by your seal.
Okay. Lastly, I don't have much time, but let me ask this. So what should clients and prospective clients be looking up to? Does it mean that when they give out job to professionals or governance professionals, they should look out for that stamp or the seal in the document given to them?
If it has to do with anything that borders on your responsibility as a professional,
okay.
If you've engaged the service of a professional, a charter secretary, and you need those documents for filing purposes, documentation purposes, who knows, with time, the courts would also use it in recognition of authenticity of the professional who has appended a signature to it. Then I would say it's something that clients should look out for.
Okay.
So you are sure it's more to identify those who are truly certified to practice, because anyone can really hold their name out as a governance practitioner or a charter secretary. It's only now that the ICSAN is saying, no, we need to distinguish and make everyone know or create that awareness that we have professionals in this field, and these professionals are certified by us. So if you're dealing with someone who doesn't have that certification or that stamp to show that authenticity, then certainly you're not from us. And ICSAN also would have a list of those, they're also selling those stamps too. And
okay.
So they have a list of those who have issued those licenses too, because the stamp and the seal also comes with a license.
Okay.
Yeah, so but they license you, it's you're licensed first to have a seal, then the stamps you purchase.
Okay, thank you very much, EFOSA. And this is where we are going to wrap it up on today's edition of Corporate Governance Platform. She has said it, there is need to separate the quacks from the professionals, and the stamp and seal gives the proof of authenticity of the job of a professional. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
And for our viewers, we'd like to thank you for being part of the show. I remain your presenter, Tunde Odeyemi, and my producer has been Adeboye Galabiran, and the technical director, Habib Adejobi. We invite you to join us next week, same time, same station. While waiting till next week, keep spreading the gospel of corporate governance. Bye for now.
Do you have continuity or association plan for your business?
Has anyone shared the concept of sustainability with you?
What about the need to protect the rights of minority shareholders?
What are those ingredients germane to having effective meetings?
For these and many more, tune into Corporate Governance Platform every Thursday on MITV, your darling station, on DSTV 255 and UHF 43 at 4:30 p.m.
Corporate Governance Platform is your best medium for informative and educative strategies for the practice of the corporate governance profession.
Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN, the hub of governance professionals.